Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to UPro Colombo for the grand finals of the 2025 Indoor Cricket World Cup. I'm Cameron Walter. It's great to be with you this morning for the Under 22 Women's World Cup final between Australia and New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen here in the venue, please join me in congratulating our two World Cup finalists. Please also put your hands together for the umpire who will stand in today's World Cup final, Shane Rook. It's now time for the toss. We have the captains here, Grace Pooley and Caitlin Halliday. Shane, if you could toss the coin, please. Grace. Grace, you've won the toss. What have you chosen to do?
We chose to bat first.
Tell me what's behind the thinking there.
I think it's always good to bat first in a final, and I think our team sets a good score, so see how it goes.
Runs on the board always helpful. And how are the girls ahead of the big final? The preparation's been okay?
Yeah, we're all pretty good. We're quite prepared for this, so we'll just see how it goes.
Excellent. Well, good luck. Go and join your team.
Thank you.
Caitlin, tell me, if you'd won the toss, what would you have done?
We still would have picked a bowl first, so we're pretty stoked either way.
And what's the thinking behind that?
I think our girls have a really strong bowling attack. Like, we're really good at bowling as well, but bowling seems to be where we have the most energy.
And you've had the game off, qualifying for the final first. Does that help the prep?
Definitely. We got a couple ice baths in, had a swim in the pool, did a lot of recovery, so it's prepped our bodies for today.
Excellent. Well, good luck in the final.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Australia have won the toss and they will be batting. And ladies and gentlemen, here in the venue, if you are able, please be upstanding. It is time for the national anthems of Australia and New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this for the second time because apparently it was on air. Welcome to the Under-22 Women's World Cup final between Australia and New Zealand. Australia won the toss and have elected to bat. I'll take you through the two-team lineups, starting with the captain, Grace Pooley for Australia. Joining her, Ella Harvey, Alana Gregory, Keely Stone, Cynthia Coghlan, Elise Hart, Rituja Taleka and Gabby Lockwood. The New Zealand side is captained by Caitlin Halliday. With her is the vice-captain, Bree James, Addison Stackhouse, Esme Olney-Boyd, Dale Anderson, Nina Wollaston, Olivia Ross and Greta Abbott. Again, the umpire for the match is Shane Rook. New Zealand are the defending champions. They qualified first and came straight through to the final. Australia had to do it the hard way through the prelim, but the top two sides deserved finalists here in the World Cup final. Again, if you've just tuned in, I'm Cameron Walter. With me, Paul Botterill and Chris Griffin. And Paul, it's a very good morning to you.
Yes, Cam. And a very good morning to you too, mate. Let's see what mornings in Sri Lanka look like. They're very much like afternoons, but I think my brain may be a little bit behind my body getting in here this morning, to be honest. Exciting day, buddy. Four World Cup finals. We wait 3 years for this. Big day for all of these players across the four grades.
Alana Gregory and Keely Stone will be opening the batting for Australia. Chris Griffin, good morning to you.
Good morning, Cam. I'm really interested in this matchup. We've seen them face each other 3 times. It's 2-1. So we've seen Australia 90-55 in the most recent game, New Zealand 83-40 in the second, and the one earlier on, Australia 67-82, New Zealand coming on top. It's going to be a back and forth battle, folks. We don't know who's going to win, but we're going to find out.
So the world title on the line here in the Under-22 Women's. It is two titans of indoor cricket, Australia up against New Zealand. Australia batting first. We're just about set here in Colombo, Sri Lanka. I hope you're set at home wherever you may be watching around Sri Lanka and the world. Shane Rook is ready. So are we. The Under-22 Women's World Cup final starts now. Greta Abbott gets us underway. And Alana Gregory sends it to the back for 4. What a shot to start the World Cup final.
So positive from these young players early.
Keely Stone away now as well. Excellent shot. Australia off to a flyer here in this first over. 10 runs already, 2 balls remain.
Chris, is this partnership open for Australia in the other games?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I can have a look. Give me 1 second.
It's a no ball plus the runs. Front foot. A huge first over. 1 ball remains.
They opened on the 30th of September in the loss to New Zealand.
One of the things they're trying to do early in the final is get the other team behind and under pressure and straight off to a great chance start here. They want New Zealand to have to chase this game for the whole game.
Into the net for 2. That completes an unbelievable first over there for the Australians. 16 runs from it. The opening over of the World Cup final here in the Under-22 Women's is in the history books. Australia off to a great start.
That's fantastic to be underway, isn't it? Finals day, another World Cup. Here we go. Indoor cricket, Australia off to a dominant start in the first over. New Zealand really need to pull themselves back into this partnership quite quickly.
Interestingly, talking to the captains at the toss, New Zealand would have elected to bowl had they won the toss. What do you make of that?
Yeah, look, it's not an uncommon thing in New Zealand for sides to look to bowl first and chase. New Zealand have backed themselves and chase, so I'm not surprised at that.
Here's Esme Olney-Boyd. Played flat and into the 3 net.
incredible, scoring at 17 and over at the moment.
Australia really off to a flyer. If you're looking to take advantage, this is the one. Only Boyd though, third leading wicket taker for New Zealand. She's more than capable. We've seen it throughout the week.
Olney Boyd from Wellington, Canterbury. 5 years in New Zealand rep sides. Was in the 2017 Dubai World Series, Junior World Series. I think that was 2017. No.
2017 was open.
Yeah, that's right. She played in the 17s in the Dubai Junior World Series, which I can't remember if that was before or after the Opens World Cup.
It was 2018.
Yeah, potentially.
We're seeing average totals that win games between these two at about 80 or 90. This is an incredible start to begin with. Usually finals, you'll see those scores go down a little bit.
Well, that's just another sensational over for Australia. They are 28 after the first 2 overs in a World Cup final. That's unbelievable.
Massively important start. The truth is that if you get out in the first 10 runs and your score starts going backwards, you feel a lot of pressure. If Australia get out here, they're hardly even going to notice from a pressure point of view. So it's a massive start for them psychologically. New Zealand just needs to settle and get back into the game. The truth is, the first game of the morning was always a bit hard to get into. And for a fielding side, Australia are really taking the initiative. One thing Australia are doing, they're setting out to win this final, to be positive, to achieve stuff. New Zealand needs to set out to attack Australia, to be positive, to make stuff happen.
What's been impressive in this partnership is that Gregory and Stone, they're doing it together. You see equal 14, 16, turning strike over, no dominant partner. It's very, very impressive.
So Bree James, the vice captain, bowling now. Chance at the top, needed to hit. Real opportunity there for the New Zealand side.
Yeah, that's what this kind of start does. It puts the fielding side under a bit of pressure. All of a sudden you start missing things you'd like to hit.
Chance. No run.
But this is what New Zealand needs to do now. They've got to get back to dots and ones. They've just got to tighten up and build a little bit of pressure. They can't just let the two parade continue.
Bree James, another alumni from the 17s in the Dubai Junior World Series for New Zealand. Oh, through to the back net for 4 yet again. Australia absolutely batting the house down here. Second ball to complete this over. And they get away with it, Australia. That completes another good over. 9 runs from it, and an over still to come here in this pair. They sit on 37.
New Zealand really needed that wicket.
It's pouring rain outside this centre. You can hear that noise potentially, but it's leaking runs everywhere. New Zealand really need to go one of their strike bowlers and try and pick one up. We know how good Halliday is. She's their star player. What's she going to do?
Dale Anderson bowling the final over. First ball goes for 1.
Can Australia get an opening partnership of 50 in a World Cup final?
This side stacked with alumni from that 17s team in the Dubai Junior World Series. Anderson is another one of those. It's one of the beauties of that age format. Had a good taste of international cricket there. Now they're here playing for the 22s and no doubt will feature for the New Zealand women at some stage in the future.
Yeah, I think if you're watching this coverage, you should understand these kind of pathways exist. Next year, the world will be doing under 13s, 15s, 17s, I think it is, for men's, and 17s for women. The year after, they'll be doing over 35s, 45s and 50s, maybe even 55s as well. There's a lot of pathway to international sport if you want to try indoor cricket.
Second ball, Australia have to score. That'll be out, surely it is. A late wicket. And gee, they needed that, New Zealand, but to your earlier point, Bots, Australia will barely feel that. 37 still on the board.
Yeah, they've certainly earned a reprieve from some pressure early, haven't they? I do feel like they've batted 2 very good bats early, and New Zealand have just struggled to settle. Now, Jess Ramage will earn her money. The team talk at the end of the first partnership, crucial for New Zealand. She's got to say the right things.
That completes the partnership. A late wicket, but still 37 batting first. This first partnership for Australia, they are off to a flyer. Thanks for tuning in, folks. You're watching the Under-22 Women's World Cup final between Australia and New Zealand. I'm Cameron Walter. With me is Paul Botterill and Chris Griffin. We are coming to you live from Colombo, Sri Lanka. Hope you are enjoying the coverage wherever you may be watching right around Sri Lanka and the world, as Cynthia Coghlan and Elise Hart head to the crease. The coach, Darren Stackhouse of New Zealand, and assistant coach Jess Ramage, who it's a great combination. Darren Stackhouse's first New Zealand coaching appointment. Jess Ramage, the most capped New Zealand player, so a bit of experience for Darren Stackhouse to draw on there, and the Brains Trust doing a great job getting their side through to this final.
Yeah, simple messages in the breaks, I would think. For Australia, next 2 overs, let's turn the screws. Let's just take this game away from them. And for New Zealand, let's play our game. Let's get the ball back where we want to bowl it. Let's create a few chances, take a few. Just play our cricket for a couple of overs here.
Caitlin Halliday, the New Zealand captain, gets us back underway. There's a chance they don't run.
Yeah, I spoke about Halliday, second leading wicket taker, leading run scorer for New Zealand and captain. She's taken the responsibility, but Cynthia Coghlan, 213 runs this tournament. She leads the charge for Australia.
There's a chance. The ball's safe and Hart is away. Halliday was part of the Under-22 World Champion side in 2022. She's been part of New Zealand representative cricket for 8 years.
Call out to Robin James, the coach of the last Under-22 World Cup side for New Zealand, had to pull out late to take his daughter to the Special World Championship. The Special World Championship Athletics, where she got 3rd in the world. 4th in the world. Better from New Zealand. Look, there's still runs being scored here, but the ball's being hit flat. In the first partnership, they just watched the ball sail over their heads for 3.5 overs. Here, they're forcing the Australians to hit it flat. If you hit it flat, you're a chance. So, a better start. Now they need to create one and finish it.
And shot to the back for 4. This partnership picking up where the previous one left off. A ball to come. They're down up 2 for Coghlan, brings the over to an end. 12 runs from it, another great over for the Australians.
New Zealand just can't afford another 30-run partnership here. They've got to find a way in.
Yeah, that weigh-in could be Williston. She's a leading wicket taker. 23 wickets for the tournament for New Zealand. We'll see when they're going to use her.
It's going to be Addison Stackhouse now. From Canterbury. Coughlin away with 2. Full. Down and up. There's 2 at one end. It'll be out. Eventually, a bit of miscommunication there from the Australians and New Zealand. Well, you cannot give them a chance like that. They'll take it every day of the week. Let's have a look, see if there's a call here. So Hart's hit the ball. Wait is the call. Yes is the call. At that point, Coughlin went back.
Yeah, I mean, Coughlin, in some ways you can't blame her because she's turned away to go back. So she's caught, seen the weight, turned, missed the yes. You want to keep your eyes on the other on the striker as much as you can, but when you're turning around, that's very hard to do.
Yeah, she had nothing but eyes for the ball there. And then it was too late, too little too late.
Oh, another shot to the backcourt for 4. There was half a chance at the back for Greta Abbott. But Hart's home. Another backcourt shot for Australia.
I really like the look of Hart. She's a compact player, good movement, but she's top scored against the New Zealanders in a game before.
Played on. Full on outside off. And the inside edge, I believe it was. It's either that or it's turned them off. Let's have a look. Bowled off stump. Wide to complete the over. -2, no runs from it. Forgive me for my mental arithmetic. And a couple of overs remain. Still on 12 despite the loss of a few wickets here. Australia. Olivia Ross going to bowl now for New Zealand. Northern Districts representative, her first World Cup.
The Australians do a lot of the small things in the world right, Cam. And they've done this a lot of times. First here, get down there, get the grandstand and right in front of where people are playing, fill it up with your supporters. That's the noise that you hear on the court.
At the moment, the noise on the court is the Kiwis, a wicket off the first ball. They're finding them regularly at the moment here in New Zealand, fighting back into the match.
Should be pleased with that. Mr. Hart out off the line, Mr. Easier out off the line. Should be pleased to have gone in early with the ball and made a contribution. Good swing too.
Oh, again, confusion. No run in the end. It'll be second ball. The Australians under pressure now.
Yeah, this game ebbs and flows. New Zealand, they're putting the pressure on. Ross bowling up, swinging into the legs. We'll see if she pushes wide and gives her keeper an option.
Batting on off stump on third ball. Perhaps Shirley just kept it nice and straight. Her legs had big targets down there. She wants to bat on off stump.
given. Australia will review this for sure. It was a really wide throw, had to gather it. I thought for the naked eye, Coughlin was home. Let's have a look.
I thought comfortably home as well. Let's see.
So it's a wide throw. She's in trouble here. Well, the bat's in the air. I think it is out.
Well, it does bounce, but it does come back down, Adam. But I need to see that frame again.
Yeah, we will, yeah. That was the broadcast replay. I think now we'll enter the official DRS. So the review system in place here. Each team gets 2 reviews. 2 unsuccessful reviews. Just waiting for the vision to kick back in.
Nice to see this world-class scoring system working fantastically today, Cam. The graphics are up for the...
Yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah.
It is tight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out.
It's out.
That is
That's
a ripper of a call from Shane Rook. Unbelievable umpiring call, that one. Right on the money.
And we've talked about having to dive accurately, bat down, right side down all week. Little simple techniques can mean the difference when it comes to winning a world championship.
Yeah, that one, that's certainly the right way. Wrist just needs to be higher so that the bounce is counteracted.
One of the great things we do in commentary, Cam, you and I both, right, is we show the stuff with our hands that no one else can see, right? It's
Yes.
just human nature. But yeah, look, got to say, I've watched a lot of indoor cricket over the years. I've watched a lot of other countries' players get caught with a bat in the air. Starting to see the occasional Australian doing it genuinely surprises me. Normally that stuff's well drilled out of them before they get to these events.
Just getting some attention here for one of the New Zealand fielders at the back of the court.
Yeah, but there's nothing like pressure that can break any sort of technique, and it's being able to deliver any technique under immense pressure, which is what sets the world champions apart.
Yeah, that's one of the things as well in these kind of events, that under this kind of pressure, you're distracted by the game and you revert to habit. So if you've been working for the last couple of days on diving with the hand in the right position, under this pressure, you'll just revert to what you were doing a month ago, whatever your habit is. And this stuff needs to be drilled into teams way, way early. And, you know, it, a little bit of blood.
There might be a bit of carpet burn there.
See the back sticks? She's got that off the stumps, possibly.
And I just heard Shane Rook say 30 seconds remaining.
Oh, they're taping it up.
That's glad to hear the clock being put on an injury like this. If it can't be sorted in 2 minutes, you have to leave the court to get it sorted. All right, so we're ready to go. New Zealand on top of this pair. It's 4 wickets in the last sort of 10 balls. Full toss. Sent back, no run.
Yeah, I think there's one there too, or 3 there.
Yep.
I was going to say, I think the break's probably better for the batting time. You know, New Zealand had some momentum, Australia under some pressure, but that's a nervy start back.
Wide on second ball, but damage done. -6 off the over. Again, New Zealand on top of this pair with an over to come.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bots. We saw a delay in the Open men's game, a little bit longer than that one, obviously, but the delay really worked in favour of the side with the bat in hand.
As Mayolney Boyd to bowl.
I like this bowling change.
Second ball seen off with 2. The throw hitting Elise Hart.
And the head, unfortunately, so it'll be a
Yeah,
head injury assessment as this game starts to stutter.
this will be
She's right.
one of those superfluous HIAs.
Yeah, I don't understand why she's on the court. Sorry, the physio. This can just be done through the side and they can just get on. I know it's really important. She did get a proper blow to the head. This isn't a little thing. If she got a proper blow to the head, it needs to be done properly. The way she ran over there suggests to me she's just fine.
Well, yeah, that's kind of my point. And the worst part about this is now New Zealand are off getting a drink. You know, it'll take another minute to reset from here.
Yeah.
The momentum completely gets arrested in these breaks. The physio coming on, and Australia will know this, is really going to give this pair a time to settle.
So when is a drink part of an HIA?
It's a good question.
You tell me, we'll both know. The process needs a whole look at. It really does.
One of the things I get here, right, she got a ball throw and hit her in the back of the head. There's a real need to do a proper HIA here. Completely get that. But it just feels like that took twice as long as it needed to. She's the professional down there and she'll know more than I. But yeah, we've now just seen the game stop twice.
Yeah.
And we're an all-action sport.
Hart down up, sweep or pull for 2. 3 balls remain in the partnership. They get that again, giving it to the last over of the pair. Get the runs and the ball again. Second ball now, another opportunity for New Zealand.
That's a good comeback from Only Boyd. Ball right in the right spot. See if she can do it again.
Wow, leading edge, full safe. Coughlin through for a single. 1 ball to come from Only Boyd. That's a great shot. Great way to finish that inning and that partnership there for Australia. They were top fight back from the New Zealand side. I think 5 wickets, I can't remember, in that partnership. 16 on the board, 53. Australia still in a position of strength here with the captain, Grace Pooley, and Rituya Taleka heading to the court. Looking at 90, perhaps even 100 here, the Australia side.
Yeah, look, interesting partnership, wasn't it? Australia started really good with 12 off the first. New Zealand rallied back and had them around 0. And then Australia just rallied off after the breaks and got back up to 16. 53 they are, on track for 100. Chasing 100 in the World Cup final would be a heck of an effort.
It's like Greta Abbott is going to bowl for New Zealand. 16 years old, the baby of the team, playing in the under-22s. Pretty handy. Dots up the Australia captain.
Taleka and Pooley 8 and 10 in the batting charts for Australia, so not the strongest run scorers that they have in amongst the 8.
And a second ball wicket straight away. Pooley beaten. And New Zealand cash in Great start to this third pair for the defending champions.
Nice start for the 16-year-old with the ball. Great if the keeper could grab that, but plenty of time to re-grab her and take the wicket.
Foot straight back down the pitch. The ball shaping away. Taleka swing and a miss. Another second ball.
When that ball's swinging, you've got to know you've got to get across to it. Can't just throw the hands. She's got to get some good footwork here and try and get off strike with a 1 or a 2.
Dot, wicket, dot. Let's see what happens here.
Chance at the top. Oh, direct hit would have been out. Taleka through for 2. Shot there from the captain of Australia, and a ball to come now for Greta Abbott.
Much better footwork all the way across here on top of the ball, hit it down, and just a little bit short from Abbott.
A good finish to the over, a wicket early, 1 run off it. Fascinating battle unfolding.
Yeah, the 3-2s at the end of the over will just help to settle some nerves for this Australian partnership. Every partnership going out to bat in this game will have some nerves.
Great movement from Abbott, just really getting it up and swinging. But what I would have loved to have seen is a cross seam delivery wide of the crease, just angling back in. They wouldn't have seen it coming. This is the player I was talking about, Wollaston, top of the wicket-taking charts. This is a big moment for me. What can she do?
Starts with a dot.
So you've got New Zealand's top wicket taker bowling to Australia's 8th and 10th best bats. New Zealand will be hoping for things to happen here.
Advancing a chance. Ball not in the hand, and 3 runs to Taleka.
Didn't see it great, but it just looks like a straight off spinner to me, that one. She's been bowling leg spinners.
Wow. Flirting with danger, Grace Pooley. Little chip shot into the air. Falls safe.
Another offer, you think?
Oh, that'll be out. Another wicket, a great piece of fielding. Taleka running on contact. Caught short of her crease at the keeper's end. Couple of good shots. Well, a great 3 from her, and then run out off the next ball. Let's have a look.
Hits the fielder, hit the fielder's foot. Just stayed, yeah.
Not out this time.
Taleka looking pretty solid for me. I think she's going 2-2, 2-3 run out. She's hitting a lot out of the middle.
It's really funny how it works. Charges down, hits the foot, run out, but then charges again, and that might have been the difference between her being run out at the top end or not. So ebbs and flows this game, indoor cricket, ebbs and flows.
Chance. Pooley home for 2, brings the over to an end, 4 runs from it. New Zealand staying on top here in the middle period of Australia's innings.
Not sure why New Zealand's throwing that into the pitch. From a line, it's just slowing the ball down in its process to back sticks. I think they just need to turn around and throw that on the full.
New Zealand captain Caitlin Halliday.
This is the second leading wicket taken now. They're really trying to attack this pair and keep them down. This will be tough for Pulley and Telico.
Pooley finds the net on the onside for 2.
Solid shot too.
Should be out. Oh, the throw. Anderson had way more time than that.
Yep, they just needed to go to the top and it was out.
Yep. Talaka through for a single.
Just got to stay calm and make good decisions. Nothing's different in this game than every other game. The timing's the same. Stay focused, stay up, and do the same things.
Called through off the leg. It'll be a single.
Yeah, good running from the Australians.
Same again. This time off the bat. 2 runs. A ball remains now in the 11th. Yeah. Off the legs.
That one, she puts 2 on the leg side and the ball deflects to the offside and gets her a 1.
Brings the over to an end. 7 runs from it. A better one for Australia. An important, well, not that they're all not important, but an important final over coming up now for this third partnership. They're on the precipice here. 12 runs could become 20, could become single digits.
Yeah, I think Australia will be quite happy with this. This is a partnership that doesn't have a lot of runs in the bank. They face some really good bowling from New Zealand and they've survived. And they've been tough, and that's what you want from this partnership with Australia. If they can finish this ice at 18-20, I think Australia will be thrilled with it.
Bree James will bowl. The final over to this partnership. Straight through, knocks over Talaka. I beg your pardon, Grace Pooley. And a huge wicket late in this pair. Back to 7.
They've been some very good bowling here from New Zealand. This pair have been able to keep them out constantly, but one had to sneak through eventually. Need to rebuild, get to at least 10. But they've done a great job, Pooley and Talaka, taking on most of the best New Zealand bowlers.
Oh, a hit would have been out.
Yeah, it would have been out.
It was a good pickup.
Pooley just limping. Did we see her in one of the earlier games?
Yeah. Yeah, not looking very comfortable. Crucial for Australia that she can get through.
1 or 2 opportunities on the 3 line that have gone begging. Really need to start hitting.
Driven to the back. 5 valuable runs for Australia.
That's how you get those runs back for the bowl. Great shot. Just over pitches. Low full toss. Well played, well watched. Straight in the gap.
There's a wide from James. Australia will get the runs and the ball again.
Boy, even this over's just changing momentum at ball by ball, isn't it? Big start from New Zealand, 5 and a wide. Missed run out.
Smart call. Good response from Pooley. Through for a single. Flat, not picked up. 2 runs and a ball to come now in the third pair.
Such an impressive fight back from Pooley and Talaka. After that bowl, they've won 5 wide, 1-2. always scoring each ball. Very, very impressive.
Chance, they get through for 2. That completes the partnership. 20 on the board. Under pressure early, they fought back well and got their 20. Australia sitting on 73 with 4 overs remaining in this first innings. It is the under-22 Women's World Cup final. Australia up against the defending champions, New Zealand. And coming up in April 2026 is the Club World Series in South Africa. You can register now at clubworldseries.com.
Fantastic event that players of all ability can go and play in South Africa against players from other countries. First time really for club players to play international indoor cricket. If you're interested, go to the website, have a read, and get in touch with the guys and see if you get yourself over there for the Club World Series.
Ella Harvey and Gabby Lockwood at the crease now for Australia, batting last.
Harvey, the one to watch for me, 188 runs, second leading run scorer. We saw the New Zealanders were able to look after Coughlin and keep her at bay, but Harvey has been very, very impressive this week.
Olivia Ross will bowl. No run off the first delivery. It will be second ball.
What a ball for the first ball of the partnership. Right, swinging in, on leg stump. Lots of pressure from Ross. 2 for -6. She bowled so well in her first. Second ball.
Chance. Probably needed to turn and throw that rather than the flick.
Yeah, I agree.
Or if it was going to be a flick, it had to be a forceful one.
Yeah.
Harvey gets through for a single and off the mark. Gabby Lockwood now will face her first ball.
Low grip, both hands down the bottom of the bat. Gives you good control of the face through there. That's really skillful actually. After she hits it, she moves her hand so that it's at the end of the bat to extend the bat for the running.
Oh, it's worth a shout.
They'll be reviewing that for sure.
Yeah.
Stackhouse straight away. Coach Stackhouse in the corner straight away. Let's have a look at that. And so New Zealand should in the last partnership use no reviews. Let's get a look at it.
I think she's home, but it's a question of whether or not the bat bounced. But bear in mind, I'm 40 metres away. Yeah, she's in the crease. Yeah, that's okay. Another good call from Shane Rook. Worth a look, but Harvey's safe. Driven flat and to the back for 4 by Harvey. Excellent shot. And Australia moved to 80. It's a full toss, just waited on it nicely and placed it perfectly. Another full toss. Oh, could have been out. It's 2. Brings the over to an end. 9 runs from it. A great start for this pair.
Yeah, we spoke at the start about the total of 80 being around par. Australia doing really well, but finals, they create pressure, they create stars, people stand up. Stackhouse. She had a good over, two for none. Can she repeat that and put it back on the Australians?
And no ball off the pitch to start the over. Second ball now, a chance here for New Zealand. Australia have to score. Lockwood gets across. And a collision there. Anderson was definitely fielding the ball. I think Lockwood was surprised by that.
Yeah, I think she's got no right to be there, to be honest.
Who's that, Lockwood?
Anderson, the fielder. She's come from the offside. The fielder on the ball should have fielded the ball on this side.
And no ball plus the runs.
Still got to tidy up these little errors now. As the crowd gets into it, Australia gets some momentum. Just need to tidy up and be accurate. Be patient. One will come. Always does. It's indoor cricket.
Yeah, you can't be giving away runs for free at this point. Need to keep this total down.
Certainly some interest in the court behind from the Kiwis.
Single there brings a mammoth over there to an end. 11 runs from it. And this pair have moved to 20 with two overs remaining. Australia on 93. New Zealand staring down the barrel of a 100 plus run chase here.
Another HIA in progress.
Yeah, just too many for free, as we said. Look at that. 3 no balls. They can't let this pair get away with that many free runs. Lockwood and Harvey, they know each other really well. Both Queenslanders. They will be able to have a good partnership and communicate. You're trying to isolate one of them and put the pressure on, and you can only do that by building dots and not giving away free runs.
It's a conversation between the umpire and is that Darren Stackhouse down there? I can't quite see him past the banner.
Yep, that's Darren Stackhouse.
I wonder if that's a conversation about that fielding issue we just saw. With
Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what else the conversation could be about, but either way, it's gone on too long, right? You ask your question, you get the answer, and you move on.
Yeah. Frankly, the only answer I ever got from an umpire was, get out of here. It's none of your business.
Yeah, that's right.
I got it a few times too.
Wollaston to bowl, big moment in the final. Gets past the fielder at square leg and finds the net for 2. Yeah, I vividly recall coaching at Junior Nationals, and it was a centre where the courts were side by side, so there was no way to get down to the umpire. So I actually ran out on the court to try and hear what he was saying to my players, and I got sent off. And didn't the other state love that?
I offered to buy an umpire coffee during a game in the UK World Cup and got warned.
Well deserved to the both of you, I think. Well deserved.
Oh, we're their mates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, when they get it right. Both times they get it right in the game.
It's for me, it's a grey area, right? Actually, as I understand it, there's actually nothing preventing a coach from talking to an umpire. But for me, that little exchange probably just went on too long. I mean, I think the umpires are good. They'll entertain a conversation because they want everyone to understand what's happening. We see second ball. They get through for 2. But that's not an invitation to debate a decision.
No, and a fielder fielding the ball has right away, but what happened there was a New Zealand player came and created traffic in the middle, was misfielded and the ball came to her, but she wasn't there to field the ball. She was there too early, and I thought that his umpiring was spot on. We don't want traffic in the middle of the pitch.
I agree, and that's the assumption is that's what the conversation was about. Whoops. So that's another example. The fielder not fielding the ball, moving towards the pitch.
That's a warning for me.
Well, the conversation's with Harvey.
She's saying the same thing. She's like, what?
Yeah.
I don't think New Zealand... I know New Zealand don't train players to run blocks. That's not what we do. But we do need to be careful. The orange area is the batter's area unless you're fielding the ball.
Oh, I tell you what.
More contact.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're going to see that again, but she leapt back into the path of Gabby Lockwood there. she'd moved towards the ball. And I was literally just about to say, I can't fault fielders on the offside moving towards the onside if the ball's over there, because the ball might come to them, right? I can't fault that at all. The fielder did that and then moved back. Now, I think she was doing that to move back behind the stumps to back up the keeper, but that didn't look good.
Just a quick one. There's a timer down in your bottom right corner. That does not apply here in the grand finals. It does not apply, but it does let you know how long they've been out there. Usual game would be finished by now.
Anderson, the bowler. No run.
Oh, wild.
It is the final over the innings. I think the other point about that, Chris, is that umpires don't bother stopping the clock when they normally do. So I don't think that's telling us that it's taking longer. They just haven't bothered stopping it.
Oh, bowled, it's out.
Yeah, late wicket. Crucial late wicket for New Zealand. They needed that. It's been a while. It was second ball, so they had to go. Yeah, confirmation there. And that said, Chris, it is 47 past, so 42-minute innings, 5 minutes over. Probably, maybe he has been stopping it.
Yeah,
Have you noticed if he stopped it at all?
I have not noticed.
Yeah. Had all day to get that ball to the receiver. It's a life there
For me, I think there's a
for
big
Lockwood.
there's a big battle if you manage to keep 100 on the board. 100 looks really imposing. In a final, runs on the board matter.
Oh, Harvey ball watching. Fortunately, plenty of time for her to make good at ground at the top end. 2 balls remain now. Have to, I don't remember off the top of my head, but have to, I think it was 80 something, but maybe one of our viewers can remind me what New Zealand chased in the 2022 World Cup final.
Yeah,
Do you remember, Bots?
I don't. I think it was at least they got 40 in the last 4, didn't they?
Yeah, something like that. I just have a feeling it was in the 80s, but
Yeah, around that level.
86 or something. That should be out. 2 wickets in the over. A late fight back here for New Zealand, and it must be said, Australia have handed them those 2 wickets. 1 ball remains.
Well, 2 for the 100, Chris.
Great from Anderson, 3 for -5. Very impressive.
And there it is. They'll finish on 100 runs. It's been a great battle, folks. Both teams on top at various stages throughout the innings. In the end, Australia have put on an imposing total, batting first here in the Under-22 Women's World Cup final. Thanks so much for your company. I'm Cameron Walter alongside Paul Botterill and Chris Griffin. It's our pleasure to be coming to you live from UPro Colombo here in Sri Lanka. The final day, day 8 of the 2025 Indoor Cricket World Cup. We'll take in some highlights shortly, and of course the run chase coming up soon, but let's preview what is still to come. From 11 a.m. local time here in Sri Lanka, it is the Under-22 Men's World Cup final featuring Australia and New Zealand. Then from 1 p.m. local time, the Women's World Cup final, again featuring Australia and New Zealand. And to close out the 2025 Indoor Cricket World Cup from 3 p.m. local time, the Men's World Cup final, Australia up against New Zealand. So please do stay with us throughout the day as this tournament comes to its conclusion with not only the second innings of this match, but 3 belter grand finals between giants of indoor cricket in the Australia and New Zealand side. Chris Griffin, 100 runs on the board for Australia. Did New Zealand have these runs in them?
Well, we've seen it so far. Their biggest chase that they've managed to put together, or biggest runs on the board, against Australia has been 83. They're really going to have to do something special now. Who that could be, looking at the top of their charts, it's the person we keep talking about, it's Halliday. She's a very, very good cricketer. 152 runs. We know how tough she is and how much she can lead this side. She's going to need contributions from Wollaston. Nonley Boyd and Ross is the other one to watch for me. Could come down to a needing back nets. She's got the long levers and the leverage. She might be able to do it as well.
Now, I've just had Paul Watson, who's watching back in New Zealand. Thanks, Watto. Confirm it was 88 that New Zealand scored to win in the Under-22 World Cup final back in 2022.
Thanks, Paul. It wasn't loading for me on the laptop.
And Tony Pahi in Australia also sending me that info. So thank you both. So this, well, look, I mean, they're different eights, right? So they're certainly not the same lineups that they were back then, but that run chase took a lot from New Zealand. It was a real bolter of a run chase. 100, only 12 runs. Well, they need 101, so they need 13 runs more, but it's a big difference in a World Cup final.
Yeah, it'll need to be a really different run chase as well. New Zealand don't have two players that can score 40 in the last partnership. I mean, they were two exceptional players. Heck of a game plan from Robin James. He just trusted those two players. Whatever was needed, they were going to score, and he was right. This time, New Zealand's going to have 4 partnerships, 20 plus, to get themselves there. They're going to rely on everyone to contribute. And really, Australia getting a real payoff from those first 2 overs. 26 off 2 put them in control of the game. And even when New Zealand stormed back in, they haven't really been able to put any pressure on. New Zealand really need to be 12-15 after 2 here. Get themselves away, get a start, and get after this. Any partnership over 20 for New Zealand is good. Any partnership in singles figures, and this game's probably in trouble.
Nina Wollaston and Addison Stackhouse trusted with opening the batting here in this run chase. Alana Gregory is going to bowl first. Thanks again for your company, folks. You're watching the Under-22 Women's World Cup Final. Australia have batted first and put 100 runs on the board. New Zealand will need 101 to retain their World Championship. Settle in at home. The final continues. The run chase. New Zealand up against Australia. It starts now. Chance at the top. The throw is high. Needed to be on the money. Wollaston is away with 2.
I expect New Zealand, Australia to open in the field like they opened with the bat. I expect to see their best bowling in the first 2 overs. I expect them to try really hard to get on top of this chase.
Second ball now, an opportunity here for Australia.
No pressure.
And beaten, Australia cash in on second ball and take their first wicket.
Look's going to need to get in control of this early. Stackhouse hit by a fielder running past. I don't think there's anything in it again, but she does. And not a great start for her. And to be honest, a disappointing shot from mine, second ball. Point fielder comes in, gives a bit with the hand, and then runs past and whacks her on the back as she goes past. Way better shot. The real key for New Zealand here is at the end of today, they want to believe that the cricket decided the game and not the pressure. If they let the pressure encourage them to play bad shots and they just fall to pieces, this game's over. They've got to make sure ball by ball that cricket decides this game and not the scoreboard. You can be behind the scoreboard and win a game. We saw that last night.
Brings you over to an end. 3 runs from it with that wicket. And I think every over is just going to be fascinating viewing.
Certainly is. Australia have the early wicket they wanted, and they're going to try and keep taking 1 and over Or if they can, but 1 and over and just stay on a roll and keep New Zealand behind in this chase.
No ball, front foot, plus the runs. Great start there. Handy runs. 5 of them, in fact, for Australia, with Ella Harvey bowling. Driven straight to Cynthia Coghlan, and that's out all day. You can't run when you hit it to her on the 3 line. And New Zealand gift Australia a wicket.
We've seen Coghlan just take over games with her fielding during the course of this week. Really brave decision to put Harvey on, the spinner with the new ball, especially when there's other bowlers that could utilise a spin. Potentially a match-up here that they want that sort of environment for these batters.
More contact between the players here. I think Rook needs to get right in control of this.
Use to the feet. Chance again. Coghlan holds onto it.
There's the difference, right? She bounces it so she gets through. The early one was flat. You can't hit flat to a line field and run an international indoor cricket in any grade. Stackhouse, I think, distracted by the contact. Needs to get back to her game. Tentative. Oh. Walking over the line with the bat in the air. Come on. Just need to get ourselves back on task, New Zealand. Australia have got their wicket in each of the first 2 overs. New Zealand needs to build away.
By ourselves, you mean themselves.
I mean themselves.
The Kiwi in you. Well, kept off the net.
I'm a Welsh supporter today, Cam. I've worn Welsh colours. I'm a Welsh supporter today.
I don't mind it. It's 2 Aussies and 1 New Zealander in here.
You're Irish.
I am Irish.
So that brings the over to an end. 5 runs from it with that wicket. New Zealand remain in the single digits. It's still in a reasonable place here.
Yeah, talked about this battle at the start. New Zealand needed to be a bit further on.
Great shot. Wonderful shot there from Wollaston.
There are overs coming where you can score runs. Every team has got a bowler. You can take 8 or 10 off. And New Zealand just needs to keep chipping away and taking a couple of 8s and 10s here and there and stay on the chase.
Oh, directed. That is out.
Don't review that.
Cynthia Coghlan yet again.
Bat in the air. Drives on the back of the bat.
You just cannot hit the ball to her and run. She will get you 9 times out of 10. Bang. That's out.
Great shot from Stackhouse. Waited on that. Down and up, through for 2. It's a time when these players just need to be them. Bat normally, call normally. Ignore everything that's going on around you. No different than practice on a Thursday night. Someone bowls, you whack it into the ground, you whack it into the roof, you get the other end.
Talaka continues.
Like that. Had it on the ground to the line field. A quick call to no. Both go back. That's all okay for New Zealand. Dots no. dot's not ideal when you're chasing a big score, but it's okay.
And for New Zealand, you don't have to go out there and hit the 37 the Australians did. Break this down into 4 partnerships of 25.
Played on, another wicket down. 2 in the over. Australia on top early in their bowling innings. Edged, fall safe. A single, or did that catch a side net first? I just wait for the umpire to put it in the book. It did. So 2 runs, -4 from the over. New Zealand in some trouble now. They need a rock solid finish to this opening partnership to get as close to 20 as they can.
Yeah, got to get out of here on 10. Got to get out of here on 10 and see what they can do. And, this is the problem with chasing 100. It takes one bad partnership or one bad player to have a bad bat. And it puts you under a lot of pressure. New Zealand have been behind this game from the start. They really need a run of 5 or 6 overs now where they rally back into this game.
And it just shows you what happens when you get the ball up and swinging. A lot of players will go back to basics. They'll try and put the foot down the middle of the pitch and swing through the line. Got to get the feet moving as well. If they get the feet moving, the runs will come.
I'm not sure if that carried.
I think that was dropped.
It was?
I think so, yeah.
If so, a chance goes down. It will be second ball, though. New Zealand must score from this delivery. And a great shot. Wollaston finding the net again for 2. Second ball seen off. 4 balls remain in the over. Driven to the back, 4 valuable runs for New Zealand. They move into double figures with 3 to come.
Shot from Stackhouse, nice and positive along the ground, hits the gap. Runs immediately through for 4, great shot. I think she's wearing her other pair of shoes today. Black and white on the other feet.
Another excellent shot for 2. Talaka held onto it. Could have had a shot at the stumps. If it had hit, it would have been out.
Strike 2, big ball. New Zealand's had an over here with no wickets. 1 ball to go. They've rallied back to double figures.
No such thing as a strike in indoor cricket.
They need to get out of this.
Last ball. Beaten. That's out. I don't think they realised, or they'd just given up. It was second ball. They had to go, and Australia get a wicket off the last ball of the partnership and send New Zealand back to 7 and single digits. Australia in the box seat here early in New Zealand's run chase. Some work to do now for the New Zealand side, but I like what I'm seeing. Greta Abbott, the youngest player in the team, coming out there with a smile on her face, looking pretty relaxed. That's what you need to be if you're going to recover from this.
Yeah, New Zealand, that's a wicket they just didn't need to lose. And as you say, Cam, did they not? I'm not sure if they must have forgotten it was ball 2. They all just worked out that once she missed it, there was no going back. It was all over. So Abbott and Olney Boyd are going to have to come in here and see if they can resurrect this. I said at the start that a single figure partnership, put New Zealand under a lot of pressure. Now they need 330s in a row to win this, and that is a big ask against any side, even mind Australia in a World Cup final.
Well, it says to me that this partnership needs to be a minimum of 25. Anything better is a bonus, but a minimum of 25.
Yep, 25 will get them to 42, they'll still be in the game. Anything about 32. Anything below that, and it is big trouble.
Yeah, great bowling choice here from the captain to put us up on.
It's
Coghlan, sorry.
It's
So
Coghlan,
Coghlan coming on. 24 wickets from Coghlan. She's a leader in this chart.
Here she is. Second pair underway. Left by Greta Abbott. It'll be second ball.
Just lets your partner know that that's rolled away quite late. It should be fair quite early, but quite a long way, I think.
And out again. Abbott questioning whether it was a wide, I think, but certainly was not. And Coghlan strikes early in her over.
Slingy action, taking the ball away. I think Abbott thought it might have been a no ball, but definitely not.
Well, either way, out. So, Coghlan continues. Inside the line, a fair delivery behind the legs of Greta Abbott. Second ball again.
Tough for Abbott now because she's been on the leg side. She's beaten wide of off stump. Where's this one going to be?
Oh. Fumbled and fumbled again, and New Zealand get away with it. Olney Boyd opens her account with a 2.
Great over from Abbott. Really good. One to come, sorry, one to come.
From Coghlan, you mean?
From Coghlan?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, seeing so many up and swinging deliveries. Full and swinging is causing trouble for both teams.
Oh. Over was almost too good from Coghlan. -2 from it, and Australia on top early in the second partnership.
Yeah, I think Australia are in command and a really good over. And for the New Zealanders, when you see somebody with an action where her arms as wide as that, as slingy as that, she's only going to move it one way. She's going to swing it away from you all day long. And again, not late, but a fair way, I think. And just need to use your feet and be patient. Here comes Kelly Stone, who I thought was the player of the match.
Keely Stone.
Keely Stone in the earlier game that I saw her play. Another really good player for Australia.
They had to go. It was second ball. They get through for a run.
That should settle Greta Abbott a little bit. Nice shot down and up over the offside.
Keely Stone in the matches she's played, so she played twice against New Zealand already, has taken 7 wickets.
Yeah, I thought she's been really good in the games I've seen. Also opened the batting and scored a truckload here as well. She had a really good game.
Yeah, when the occasion is big, Keely Stone, she's the one you want to look for. Geez, it's got to be tough facing nothing but great outies from Coghlan and then Stone just getting it up and swinging in late. Big in dippers.
The scoreboard does agree with you. It looks tough out there.
There it is. Keely Stone gets her 8th wicket. And Australia strike again. This partnership back to 0.
Australia in control of this game with all the options now. If they've got a weaker bowler, they don't need to bowl her till over 14, 15, 16. They can just leave her out and keep bowling the good bowlers, because why give 10 runs away now? The game's closed down, just keep it closed down. Attack, attack, attack. Leave the last partnership this time 60 or 70, and you're home. Been a really good effort from Australia from the moment they came out with the bat and started whacking the ball through the lines for 4s and 5s.
They go the opposite way, Bots. Hart, she's considered the most runs out of any bowler in the squad for Australia so far this tournament.
Again, they're in a position where it's just their choice, isn't it? If she goes for 10 or 12 here, it's just not a big deal. They're so far in control, you know. You can do this and store some bowlers up for the end because you got hurt in the last partnership last time. Because of the position you're in, you can just choose all the tactical options, and New Zealand's got none. All they can do is try and hit the next ball for 2.
So no ball plus the runs. So front foot no ball is the call.
New Zealand in complete control of this over.
Couple of extras creeping in here. Turning this into a good over so far for New Zealand. 2 balls remain.
Yeah, it's just one of those great things for Australia with the position they're in, right? They can do this and it just has no concern for them right now. What they've done is they've got rid of a bowler who goes for a few, and they've kept the bowler that doesn't float on if they need her.
Oh, what a shout. Looks like she's back. Cindy Cross, the coach of this Australia side, wearing a customary Australian flag cape. Member of the Cricket Australia Indoor Cricket Hall of Fame.
What an organisation that is. What a Hall of Fame in there, Cam. Some great players in there. You never know. 1 or 2 of these players 20 years from now may find their way onto that list. Heck of an honour.
So an excellent over there. 13 runs from it for New Zealand. They're going to need a similar one here for the last over of the partnership.
Yeah,
they are to stay in the game.
You said minimum 25, Cam. If they can have a good over here, they'll get up around 25. Still perhaps it's still a long way behind the game.
And what are you doing with Halliday, Bots? Would you send her out in the 3rd pair to get you close, or do you save her for last?
Yeah, I think if you're New Zealand, you've got to bat your best partnership next, and you've got to hope that they can put some pressure back on Australia and some mistakes and get your last partnership home. I think if you don't, your best partnership's going to bat with the game gone.
Gabby Lockwood to bowl the final over to this partnership. Drags it short, put it in the net for 2.
Lockwood, a good bowling choice once again for Australia. She's the second leading wicket taker of the 8 that are on the court. She's picked up 21 so far this tournament. Has really been impressive from what we've seen this week.
Tell you, a good idea for the guys at the Scored app would be to be able to filter those player statistics based on opponents. So you could look at it and go, okay, I'm not interested in the bottom teams. I want to see how they've fared against the top 4 only. I think that'll tell a story.
Cam Walters, statistician for an Australian state final coming out. I agree with you if they could do that kind of stuff. It's one of the things having some indoor cricket people putting this together. Getting some indoor cricket specific stuff would be good. One thing that I'd like on here is the umpire's name.
Shane Rook.
I got that, but everyone else gets the name up there. I think Shane Rook should have his name somewhere tucked away if they can.
Yeah, fair point.
Exclusion zone issue. Why are you charging the exclusion zone? No ball plus for New Zealand.
And they get the ball again. There's still 3 to come.
Been a really good comeback from this partnership. They looked dead and buried a couple of overs ago. They are fighting their way back and trying to hang into this game. They're keeping their team in the game.
Inside the line, dot ball. The next ball will be second ball, and New Zealand will have to score.
Clearly inside and called good. I love that from the umpires. I think there's too much of this stuff that goes into there. They just call it wide because it's down leg side. It's good to see them being really conscious of the law through there.
And another wicket down. New Zealand did not need that. Back to 16. 2 balls remaining.
Yeah, New Zealand did not need that. Getting enough bounce to make it hard for them to play straight. I think that's for them to try and get down to the pitch and play straight. Like that.
Brings the over and the partnership to an end. 18 runs from the partnership, and New Zealand well and truly in trouble now. They'll need 75 runs from the final 2 partnerships if they are to defend their World Championship. Thanks for your company, folks. I'm Cameron Walter, with me, Paul Botterill and Chris Griffin for the Under-22 Women's World Cup Final. 8 overs remain in the match. We've got some synchronised warming up out there from Anderson and Halliday. And, well, they need a big partnership from these two. 40 plus.
They need 40.
Yeah.
They've absolutely got to score 40. They've got to be the biggest partnership in the match to keep New Zealand in the match for mine.
Not sure if anyone can still hear us, because we seem to have lost a bit of power here. We'll keep talking as if you can. Caitlin Halliday and Dale Anderson at the crease. Alana Gregory
If you can hear us, can you send us a message on the... Sorry, Cam.
Here is Gregory. Two to start. Everything's broken up here. Can't hear ourselves, can't hear anything. I don't know if we're still on the air or not. Another 2. I'm sorry, folks. All I can hear in my ear is static and buzzing. I have no idea if you can still hear us, but again, we'll keep talking as if you can. Alana Gregory continues. It's up into the backcourt for 4. Confirmation that we can still be heard, guys. So thank you, those that have messaged through. We'll battle through the massive static that we can hear in our ears and try and get this done. Chance at the top. There's good response, and they're through. Nine runs off the over so far. Still 2 balls remain. It's been a great start here from New Zealand. Exactly what they need. Oh, a big shout. A lot of interest from Australia. I think certainly safe, and they're not going to review it. Probably need to keep those up their sleeve for something a little closer. Second ball, though, the final ball here for Alana Gregory. Beaten. Not gloved. They get away with it again, New Zealand. 10 runs off the over. Right on par for the minimum they need here. Halliday and Anderson for New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly, Cam. We talked about needing 40. That's 10. Did it look all convincing all the time? No, but they found the back net and they managed to do it. They're going to keep getting their twos, see what they can do, but reduce the wickets. Australia still have some good bowling in the tank, though. Do they take those bowlers in now, or do they save them for the last pair?
Yeah, it's all chess moves, isn't it? So think about the right way to approach these last 7 overs. Australia's certainly in the box seat, but New Zealand not out of it.
And I think one of the problems for New Zealand as well, one of the challenges for New Zealand is they've got to work out where there's somewhere here they're going to go after a bowler, and so we're far enough behind here we're going to go after someone to score 15-20, or whether they've just got to stay in the game and let it unfold. That tends to be my preference. I like to stay in the game and let it unfold. But for the players, there's a lot of pressure out there, and making that kind of decision in the middle of a World Cup final is hard to do.
Ella Harvey, the bowler. First ball goes for 2.
For me, the interesting one is where do you bowl Hart? She conceded the runs. Where are you going to put her amongst these overs?
Beaten. It'll be second ball. The score will have to change. This time it's out. Australia cash in, convert a second ball wicket, and New Zealand just cannot afford to lose any at this point. Australia remain in control of the World Cup final. Harvey continues. Another dot ball. It will be second ball again. 2 balls remain. They get through for 1.
Throughout this event, leg spinners pitching leg stump. Leg spinners pitching leg stump are causing all kinds of problems in every single grade. It's hard. How do you play them indoors? You're trying to wait for it to tuck in so you can bounce it. It turns across if you're doing that. You're going to try and sweep it across the spin. You're going to make some space and bounce it to the offside. They've got to make definite decisions on what they're going to do.
Last ball for Ella Harvey. It's a single off the over, -1 from it. Sorry, single off the last ball and -1 off the over. And Australia remain in control. 2 overs left for this third pair. They probably need to start going, Bots.
Yeah, New Zealand's now got to find a match-up. New Zealand's got to say, actually, this is over unless we can find a match-up. We want this player to hit this player, and they've got full license. They've got to run down and have a crack, and if they miss it, well, we lose by more. No point now in just hitting 1s and 2s for the rest of the match and seeing where we go. We will lose doing that for sure. This is not the bowler to attack Keely Stone.
That's just what I was about to say. She's going to swing it into those stumps. She's a very dangerous player. But more importantly as well, she's going to keep bringing all methods of dismissal into play. She's going to have any opportunity and attack that front leg and going to put a lot of pressure in.
Yeah, I think at this level...
Oh, that's out. Cash in on the second ball. Good gloves from Hart. Missed a couple, has taken the last two. And, well, New Zealand in deep, deep trouble now.
Yeah, it's going to take a miracle for New Zealand from here. They're going to will require a very special something from somebody to get them out of this. I think Stone's just quick enough at this level that when it doesn't swing, they struggle to adjust.
She bowls a good angle though too. She can also angle it back into the stumps. Everything's moving towards the batter, cramping up for room, and then when she goes full and wide, it's so deceptive.
A little bit skitty.
Driven to the back for 5.
Great shot.
Halliday doing a great job. 15 of the 11. Anderson just needs to keep turning the strike over to Halliday however she can.
Another good over from Keely Stone. 2 runs from it. Stone, part of the South Australia Championship side in the women's division back in the Australian National Championships this year. Breakthrough title for them. Completing a strong performance here.
Further tactical options available to Australia right now. Field is up, trying to get people out. First on trouble, they'll just drop their line fielders back and make New Zealand hit over them. They've got all the options at their disposal, and one thing we know, they've got a very, very experienced coach, and she's not going to miss any of that opportunity as she goes along.
The Australia captain, Grace Pooley, to her opposite number in Halliday, who gets the ball away for a single. Driven straight back. 2 at one end. No, I saw Talaka on the deck and thought her uniform was much darker than it is. You see second ball off with a single. Another second ball opportunity now. Deflection. Through for a single. And 1 ball remains.
It's a great over from Pooley. 2 dots, keeping them to 1s. Really not letting Halliday get on top.
Oh, big shout. Think she's home. Completes the partnership. And 15 runs from it. And New Zealand will need 61 runs from the last partnership. No choice for them but to absolutely throw the bat at it, you would think. At least see how they go in the first couple of overs and then...
Yeah, they need 15 and over from here, Cam. I think they throw the bat at it until they get out once. And once they've got out once, they have to go, okay, well, we're not going to win this one. Yep. We're going to bat for our team here and take us on the chin and see if we can get 60, 70 and come out of it in the best possible nick. I don't think you want to just slog yourself to 0.
Yep, exactly what I was going to say. I think they that all is predisposed though of them going early. You know, you're certainly not going to get 60 odd, knocking it around for an over and see where you're at. You have to go early and then reassess if you do lose that wicket. Bree James and Olivia Ross on the court now for New Zealand, with Ratuya Talaka to bowl I was chatting to the New Zealand Brains Trust before the match. They did want me to acknowledge Meg Moffat, Livy Crow, Leah Watton, and Nell McChrystal, the players not in the 8 today, pointing out that they're only here because of everyone in their squad. So their whole 12 are part of what success they've enjoyed, and the same true of Australia for all of their squad as well. Every player contributing throughout the tournament, as Taleka's first ball is a no ball. Straight to hands, no run.
I think it's a great bowling option for Taleka to be taking this one. Hart looks susceptible. Ross is more than capable of finding the back net, and they've pushed that match up back further.
Yep, at the moment, 15 and overs, 2.5 runs a ball. Every 2 they hit, they fall further behind.
Chance at the top, it'll be out. Yes, there's no run there. And Australia capitalise. And that would seal it, you would think, if it was not already sealed.
Yeah, a little bit of unhappiness between the New Zealand batters about the calling there as well.
Let's have a look at it. Well, I think there was no call. So I think Ross can't be too upset. Her partner went. She reacted. Certainly wasn't a run there, but it needed to be a pretty early no call. 1 for 1 off the over. Australia, barring some sort of a catastrophe for them, are 3 overs away from reclaiming the under-22 Women's World Championship.
And the options again, all here with Hart. She's going to come on and bowl. She's one of the bowlers that's gone for a few runs. But she can just bowl straight down the leg side wide line. You know, if she bowls 2 wides, 3 wides, doesn't matter. She can't bowl deliberate wides, but she can just take away all the space because if she slides down there every time she slides for 2 runs, it's better for Australia.
It's not a bad area.
Yeah, we say all this and then she puts one right on the mark. Has a great ball.
Second ball situation now. New Zealand through for a single with a ball to come now in the 14th.
It's been a really good over from Hart. Just ones, a dot. She's really kept it down. Great effort from her.
Brings the over to an end. 8 runs from it. And 2 overs remain in the World Cup final now here in the under-22 women's.
It doesn't get any easier. Coughlin back in the attack.
On. That'll be a single there for New Zealand. for New Zealand, and jubilation for the Australian side. Two wonderful teams and a wonderful contest to cap off this under-22 Women's World Championship. Paul and Chris, that's been a fantastic match. Really keen to get your final thoughts.
Yeah, look, Australia just way too good from the start. What they did was they dominated the game and made New Zealand chase it. 26 off the first two. What they did especially well in that innings was drive the ball through the lines and get 4s and 5s. They did it repeatedly, and what that did was put pressure back on the Kiwis. Well deserved. Australia have played particularly well over the back end of this tournament. They've got better every day, and today in the final just way too good. It's a day of jubilation and tears. Each side gets one of them.
Yeah, the Australian side, they came out open in the batting. I think if you're looking at Alana Gregory and Keely Stone, they need to take a bow. That 37 that was scored at the start of the game, that was incredibly impressive. 22 from Alana Gregory, Keely Stone 15. That was a big difference. It's hard to start early in the morning with the ball. Really hard. You've got to be on it from day dot, from the first ball. Now, Cynthia Coghlan, Caitlin Halliday, those two are serious names to watch. Both of them in their futures. They're incredible players, and they went head to head and they went hard. Cynthia Coghlan just having a bit more of an impact for me. Presentation.
Thank you, Chris and Paul, up at the commentary box. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our two World Cup finalists.